with all of it because there's
What's
some
going
point.
on? What's going on? This is your boy C from the 18 podcast. Back for another episode. You know what I mean? Got my man Ahmad in the building. Got my girl Rainy Days in the building. You know what I mean? What's going on, everybody? How we doing?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's good? What's good?
And my man Ahmad was at the action last night. That's what I'm gonna call it, the action. But Reigns
Mm.
was no action. But before we get to that, gotta get to my sponsors again. You know what I mean? Ice Mountain, 100% natural spring water. When you thirsty, you dehydrated, grab you some Ice Mountain. You know we can't go wrong with that. Also, Meet Your Connect. Meet Your Connect. You tired of paying high ass cable bills? Meet Your Connect. $150 flat fee. You basically get every channel, every network. When I say NFL network, NBA network, NAACB, everything. You know what I mean? Every single.
NCAA, NCAA.
There you go. There you go. You're my brother. It's NCAA. Every single. Like I said, basically go to follow Meet Your Connect on Instagram. Yep. And then tell them we sent you. Also, remember Crown and Bloom hair care products. Again, you get 25% off when you go to the website and you scan that QR code and basically put in the Zone 18 podcast, you get 20% off. Also, if you're in the Maryland area and you're basically need tires, rims, brakes, oil changes, anything of that nature, basically hit Fast Track Tire and Auto. So, Ahmad, tell us about your experience last night. Man, you at the Raw, you know, live from Detroit, Michigan, man.
Honestly, it was great just to be there to see it in person again and everything like that. You know, my favorite thing about going to a show that we don't really get to talk about that much now we all been to one.
Uh-huh.
No commercial breaks. Well, you got your commercials up top, which no one really cared about, but when the action is happening in the ring, you can still see everything that's happening. I love it. It was absolutely great just to be able to sit there and watch a full match from beginning to end without sitting here going, that's a nice State Farm commercial that just came up. Why is
I
this?
mean,
Why is this one 17 ads? I know they get paid on it, but just to be there to sit there and see it, that's the best part about it.
the best part about it to me is the crowd reactions. You know what I
That
mean?
too.
Like the people that are in your section make your experience. You know what I mean? If you got drunk people in your section, you got little kids in your section. You know what I mean? No Michael Jackson, but I'm just saying, like you got little kids in your section and they be talking crap. You know what I mean? It's the best. It's the best thing ever, man. You know what I mean? And me being in uh what's the way to say it? Not like I guess inquisitive. I like when it's basically commercial going on. You see everybody walking around, going to the ring. Because I try to think to myself, is they putting somebody under the ring? What is they sliding the commentator right there? Just those are the type of things that I go into. But go ahead, man. Let's talk about it. Go ahead, tell me. Go ahead. Let's kick it off. You know what I mean? What kicked
All
off
right.
last night, Mark?
Well, here's what really kicked off last night in the beginning. First, you had Division come out, do their little talk and everything like that. Kind of sit there and go through all that because they also had a match with Javon Evans and Dragon Lee, non-title match with that one, of course. And watching Javon Evans in person, when that boy say he bouncy, he bouncy. He be out there just high flying, doing everything. Him and Dragon Lee tagging up, I did like it. Of course, just for like onesie twosies matches, don't make it an official thing. WWE, please don't do that. But just from the match itself, it was a pretty good match. It was pretty decent for what it was. Then you had Otis and Taizawa come out to try to kind of help them after the Vision won that match and everything. And of course, we all know what happened there. They got obliterated again.
So,
So,
question about that though: do you
mhm.
think that they're trying to make them the next tag team champions? Do y'all get that vibe or not? Like, they try to put people in these battles with people, right? And it just doesn't make any sense, and they go back and forth for weeks. Somehow, I feel like they're going to end up as the world tag team champs. Nobody get that vibe, or is it just me? You know,
Ray, I'm gonna let you answer this one first before I get to that one because
Um, Sorry, 1 second. 1 second. Apparently, I'm having technical difficulties here.
oh, sorry,
but
we put her on blast and didn't realize it.
but I definitely think there's going to be a match at SummerSlam with Division and Aqua Team Hungry Force. So
Aqua
I
Team
don't.
Hunger Force is still insane, by the way.
um, is it going to be for the title? Probably. I mean, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be over, but I mean, at this point, I'm tired of the Vision. Like, I'm just so over it. Like, and because they didn't want to be in what we thought they was going to be,
Mhm.
and I think really they're really the only tag team on Raw, like actual tag team.
It's actually a thing. I mean, yeah, you still do
Yeah, that's
occasionally
actually like,
get Jimmy and Jay on your
oh yeah.
occasions. You still get you still got the Judgment Day there too. But the problem with that is they're more still worried with their feud with Danhausen, which we'll get to that
Yeah,
later
not
on.
tag team though. But like this, like if you think about all the
Just
tag, because a
pure
lot of the
tag
tag
teams.
on Raw, I think it really is like because you
Mm.
got Damian and
R-Truth.
R-Truth on SmackDown. You
Yep.
got um a few tag teams on SmackDown because they
I
just yeah. So
I
the
think the
Warriors
problem.
are still there,
Yeah.
right?
Go
You
ahead.
know,
I'll let you finish.
yeah. I'm just there's not really a lot of men's tag teams. I mean, I know with all the contracts and everything that's gone down, it's kind of hard,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't be surprised if the WWE had them win the SummerSlam. As the gimmick.
Taizawa and Otis.
Yeah, yeah,
See,
yeah.
here's the thing. Part of me wants to agree with you when it comes to that, but the other part of me is just like I don't see them doing that. And the biggest reason I don't see them making it tag teams, I feel like more Otis and Taizawa are there to basically give the Vision a storyline, just because with the whole Maxine Dupree thing and her being on their side, it's giving them more of a storyline. But to actually make them tag teams, I don't see it. I just think that they're going to be in a match with SummerSlam, but it's going to be them losing it to the Vision again to make them look a little bit better as they try to move another team from tag team from SmackDown, try to move them over to Raw, so it gives it a little bit more competition. Because the problem is, as you were saying, there's not that many tag teams there. So when you don't have that many tag teams on one show, but you got a lot more on the other, WWE they try to move them so that way it kind of keeps it flowing. But the problem is with it too is you had to put a legitimate tag team up there, and right now Otis and Tozawa, as much as I want them to be champions, not really want, but feel like they should be champions. I don't see it just because I really feel like WWE is just going to have them there as mid carders, and that's really about it.
Yeah, I wonder why. So the reason why I say that is because I don't SummerSlam, especially being 2 nights, I don't foresee all the heels winning, or all
Hmm.
the heel cards winning. And especially everything that happened with Montez Ford and Dawkins, them losing the title so abruptly. I mean, and
Yeah.
then the whole thing with Paul Heyman denouncing the Vision. Either we're going to get to a point where the Vision starts to crack, even if they win it just for the pop at SummerSlam,
Hmm.
and then immediately they get it back on Raw, like just for that, just to kind of give it, because if we go out there and watch what we just watch on Raw, which honestly didn't make any sense, because I don't know what happened to Dragon Lee and Javon Evans. They kind of just disappeared off the screen. Like, I know you saw it, but during the match, it was
listen,
like it was four
listen.
of them. Like, why
It
is
was
it two
four.
versus four versus two versus four? Like, it
We
should
were
have been
in
like
my
10.
section. We were in my
Yeah,
section. It's
like
really
it should
funny
have
about
been
that. We all looking around like, where is Javon Evans? Like we see him, we're like, why is he taking a break over there? Like, why is he
10.
catching his breath? Where's Dragon? I think he got a concussion or something. Bro was just down. So you know what? They said this is not our fight. We don't. We's not a part of this. We know Logan can't fight, so it's gonna make it a 4-on-3, unless you count Braun Breaker as two people, which he's built like two people. That's really about it, though.
Always see two people, so I just.
Yeah. I mean, he hitting anything that moves. Why do you think they gotta hold them now so that way they stay in place? So he's like, "There's your target. Hit that. Don't bounce
All
around."
right. So it's funny. All right. So we talking about this, right? And
Mhm.
but they had no WWE has no real tag teams, right? So I just for shits and giggles right now, just basically, Googled it, right? All you have is American Made, which is technically not American Made anymore, which is basically Julius Creed and Brutus played his brother. The Street Profits. Then you have the War Raiders.
Didn't they get injured or something? And that's why they've been sitting for so long?
Surprisingly, the War Raiders are the AAA tag team champions right now. You know what I mean? So you know how WWE is utilizing people they don't use in AAA, pretty much. But
yeah, I need the War Raiders for AAA champions.
Yeah, and then you have the Usos, and then you have Pretty Deadly. But the problem with Pretty Deadly is one of the guys is hurt, Elton Prince. So Kit Wilson is there doing his thing with the Miz,
and they're still cursed. So
then you got Bravo and Rayo Americano. You know what I mean? And so,
but they've been on AAA, right?
Yeah, they've been on AAA.
Right, but the thing about that is, what about that storyline when you think about it? Because Grande Americano hasn't been, ever since the Mask versus Mask match, we haven't heard about a Grande Americano. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then, what happened to the two?
Oh, actually, hold up, because there has been a Americano, however you say his name, it's still a really stupid name, but he actually came out in AAA with Dom and helped him out when he was coming out and doing a match and everything like that.
Is not the triple. I'm just saying, just WWE side, not AAA. It's like you said, they're utilizing the people there more than they're utilizing the people on the main brand. Like how many times we see JD McDonough and fucking Mysterio get their ass whipped by Danhausen? Like
a lot. They got to sell something, so it's a lot. But no, it's just like what you said though too with AAA, with them getting that started up and everything like that, and them using those people well down there. That's why we're not seeing those ones you named specifically as much, because they're doing well down in Triple H. So if they're gonna move them up or anything, it'll be after they get done what they're doing with them right now. But it's just like more of a problem of, hey, we put the Vision up here because they look better, but I don't really want them as champions anymore. They just fit the part, especially with being this heel faction. They fit the part because that boy Paul Heyman said, "Listen, I don't care about y'all." That's pretty much what he said. He don't care about them, so he's like, "Why am I going to keep entertaining this? You got Maxine now. Have fun."
Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31.
What you count?
They have 31 tag teams at AAA.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense. Like the thing about AAA, like especially when it comes to like luchador style wrestling, they were already a established brand. The WWE just kind of took over and added their people. So
correct.
Yeah, they're getting more accustomed to the WWE brand.
It makes sense for the Americanos to be there because to me they really didn't do much on SmackDown besides go back and forth with which one's the original, which one's the not, which one's the real one, which one's the not. So obviously they're doing well there, which is fine. It's just that if you're going to move talent, then there should be some replacement or some new tag teams created. Like I wouldn't be, seeing Dragon Lee and Javon Evans in the tag team. That wouldn't I would be willing to see something like that because just like we saw, Dragon Lee with AJ Styles. Like,
that was a good tag team.
That was a good tag team. So I think that if they start to create other options with the people they have, especially with all these, renewals and moving around in cuts, then it would make more sense. But we just, like you said, just look at the same. Literally, the Vision is supposed to, like, this heel faction will be dominating, but what really are they dominating?
Correct.
Like, each other? Like, I don't, like, they're their biggest threat at this point, between injuries and heel
concussions
and
it's wild that you would think that them in the bloodline would be beefing. That's what you would think the storyline would be. Yeah,
they don't want that smoke. That's the problem. They don't want that smoke.
Yeah,
They seen Jacob Fatu and they said, Braun can
if they
barely hit a
had
spear.
the original people that was there, like if they still had Bronson Reed, they still had Braun Breaker, even if they still
Yes.
had Seth Rollins, then it would make more sense because now we got Seth versus Roman, but his faction versus Roman's faction. But you got Seth over here trying to make the Legion of Doom, or the League of Villains and shit with Solo, and like he trying to find a homie.
They try to be the suit gang. That's what they try to be. You feel me? like
What
you know,
is-
I was
Bust five
watching
soup
that
beats.
right. When I was watching parts of that, right, I laughed to myself, right, because I said, "This is how I'm oblivious, right? When did Seth Rollins start wearing suits every single week now? Like, I thought it was when I thought about it, I thought it was just like one time right, when I think about it, and now I realize every time I see he got the same suit on. You feel me?
Same suit on, still limping around and everything too. Because we're gonna get to that, but. Going on to things that are funny, we all still got to see Danhausen, because shout out to Danhausen for being from Michigan and everything like that as well too. So he was going to be up at the show doing his thing. He got saved by Joe Hendry when he got attacked by the Judgment Day, which falls it right into, which I think was a funny moment of the night, when you got JD McDonough throwing the money at Obafemi, and that somehow led to a match where we knew it was going to be a squash match, but it was still like the funniest squash match they've had in a minute, because that boy Danhausen came out and said, "Nope, you get in there fighting." They argued with Adam Pearce all the way to the to the ring just for JD to get beaten like less than a minute.
But Oba didn't need to be a part of that.
They had to do something with him.
The booking of people is just hilarious to me. Like, they book you strong as hell at one point, and they just throw you in something that make no sense. I guess because Brock Lesnar wasn't there this week. What I mean? They had to have him do something. But I just felt like, was that really needed? Like, what I mean? Like, and then Dom, right? You're the AAA champion. Before that, you was a AAA and an Intercontinental champion. Dom was the man at one point, in my opinion. Right? And most people will say it, because at one point, nobody liked him. Then he grew on everybody, right? But now I feel like, what the hell is Dom really doing? Dom is just a fucking jobber now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I mean, he cursed.
He's
like his curse hasn't been lifted.
No, it hasn't.
Curse
is hell. Actually, he's double cursed now. I think it is.
Like, he just keep getting recursed and cursed and cursed and cursed, and like, only reason why
same with JD,
because he's afraid to let it go. Like, he's afraid to really defend it. Like, but like, the whole thing of Obafemi, I mean, it just was comic relief, especially with Danhausen building to this match of Danhausen versus Dirty Dom. At SummerSlam. I wish there was some type of gold on the line, especially because with Saturday night of main event having the no DQ match between him and JD. I mean, Danhausen has sold me. I think if anybody needs to still be there, it's him. Like, the dude,
100%.
Like, he's freaking hilarious. When he brought Io Sky out, that shit was funny. Like,
that she was on the back in that Danhausen mobile just coming out like this.
That
I was funny. Like, oh man.
So do y'all think that Danhausen is funnier than R-Truth? Remember how people fought for R-Truth to be back, right? And he's no longer the comic relief. Danhausen kind of took that.
What are you talking about? R-Truth is the comic relief on SmackDown.
He still is.
R-Truth
they both eat right here. They right here when it comes to comedy.
I guess I don't watch SmackDown enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you see SmackDown, you see what Damian Priest was talking to CM Punk, and then R-Truth was just popped up. He's like, "Was you there the whole time?" He was like R-Truth is never not going to be funny. Now, I don't think one is over the other. I think they're about equal. They both do what they need to do for the show to keep running, for the kids to keep being involved. Like, so. And Danhausen can actually wrestle. Like, if you actually, like, the match with him and JD was actually pretty decent, like, despite all the antics.
When he was at AEW, they pretty much, he was a good wrestler at AEW. At AEW, he wrestled more. you know what I mean, than being comic relief. And WWE just looked at it like, let's just take the comic relief and have him wrestle a little bit, you know. But yeah, I mean,
Being honest, if it wasn't for Dan House and Madison Square Garden, wouldn't have been sold out the way it was.
Nope, because he helped the Knicks win a championship, so they gonna come see Danhausen.
The smartest thing WWE did all year long was put him in a situation where he can use that to benefit them for that particular situation. I don't know why they didn't there really, but you know.
And well, at the same time,
so who just won the World Cup?
Spain.
Somebody won the Spain, and he cursed Argentina, who was going against Spain, right? And it's ironic that his curses actually seem like they work. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, or he'd be sitting there with a hope.
Didn't work. I don't think he would be as popular.
No. Yeah. He was hoping a prayer with the Knicks, though. He was sitting there at home, probably kind of stressed a little bit. He was like, "Listen, Spain is one thing.
On this.
We got everything riding on these human monies, and hopefully they don't lose." Bro was putting in parlays.
You know what's crazy though? What if now Danhausen has, like, say he had a group chat, right? You feel me, with him in it, and he just tell you what to bet on. Like, if he say, "I'm gonna curse this," would you bet on the other team? The team?
At this point, bro's 5 for 5. So yeah, I'm betting on him. From WWE to sports, he got some wins under his belt with people he's cursed. So yeah,
you're really an agent of darkness. You're really the agent Mephisto. He a demon for real. Like he really is. We just don't.
And just
know.
goofy, the goofy Mephisto. That's the crazy part about it.
Whole time he's really TKO. Plain sight.
So, what if he come back and curse The Rock, though? How would y'all feel about that?
That ain't never going to happen. Danhausen and The Rock is going to be.
They're going to be friends. The Rock's going to make sure he's friends with Danhausen. He's going to do him like how he did Hurricane, but with less with the bullying, so that way he don't get cursed. Because The Rock don't even.
The Rock's little buddy.
Right.
The Rock doesn't need a curse on his movie career.
The Rock will give him human money in order to curse the people, you know what I mean? Huh, that's a storyline right there, you know what I mean? WWE holla at me for that one, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
We'll go ahead about it, you know what I mean? So,
speaking of things and everything, like you were talking about Seth Rollins and this suit game he got going on, they were double suit up in the ring when Solo Sikoa came out and basically didn't really ask for help. I'm not gonna say he asked for help. People say he asked for help and said he'll help Seth. He kind of demanded Seth and said, "Hey, you need my help because they're gonna jump you and you're not gonna win." But then Seth Rollins, at first, he thought about it, but they were going to get into a fight for a second. He said no. We heard Jacob Fatu come out and he took a kick right to the jaw from Seth Rollins, and then it was the thing that got me was him just doing the walk away, going, "Whoops!" Like, okay, big dog. We know what you're gonna be about.
That too with his Mortal Kombat music.
Mm-hmm. They took away his original theme and then came out with that.
LA Knight is fucking hilarious. He was so mad that Solo talked to Seth.
So mad.
He was so mad.
Gave a amazing promo. It was mad
because he had to come out and say, "Yo said that Roman Reigns wish he could have been him. Yo, LA Knight is done." He said all them back there wish they was LA Knight.
Bro was tweaking.
Yo, LA Knight is fed up, yo. He's done.
He tired of the Samoans.
He said Jacob gonna come down to the ring shaking the shit.
And I'm smacking back to factory settings. Listen, LA Knight,
hilarious.
He's done with everybody's stuff. He see that coming out in the locker room. He said, "You know what? Nah, we're not doing this." He had his eyes start getting real big and everything like that. You could tell he was like, "I'm sick of this company and trying to rob me or something I should be champion with." But another thing going with that too is when Jacob found Seth in the back. Bro looked at him and said, "Whatever is left of you with the tribal chief, you gonna have to come see me because I'm gonna beat your ass." I'm sitting there.
The bag boy. He said, "I get the bag boy too."
And that boy Jacob looked at him and said, he looking like, "Is he calling me pussy out here?" He's like, am I trash? Hold on. I gotta crash out one time.
He said, "Ninja, what?" No, this was Raw. This was SmackDown on Raw this week.
This was Comedy Central. That's what this is, and I loved every second of it because you had Solo out there, Jimmy again on the banister. Listen, Big Jim, I'm gonna let you know this right now. Don't hang over no more ropes and no banisters either, because every time you do, Solo's right there.
Like, he's right behind you. Like, what's the running gag here? Like,
Solo is the new Joe Hendry, because you say his name and he just appears, or he's the new Houdini with that red suit on. Which, by the way, I was down there. I love heckling as much as the next person. I just yelled at Solo the whole time. Get a new suit. We tired of seeing the red.
I mean, he had all black at Phonetic Fest, so you know.
Ooh, one more new suit.
he was regular then. Like,
that wasn't Solo Sokoa. That was whatever his real name is. That's who came out that time. He said, "You know what? I gotta throw something on. So this is gonna be this." But he come out with those gloves on, looking like O.J. Simpson with that red suit.
Don't fit. Quick.
So boy's tight.
But they didn't have to let So I mean, obviously, we know Jey Uso came back after being gone for a few weeks. Speculated due to legal matters, but they didn't have to. They just had to do them in like that. Like they beat the brakes off of Royce Keys, Solo, and
beat they ass.
They had them laid out. They had to do them in like that, like
in a ball together, sitting there, laid out. I was like, Had them cuddling up next to each other, looking like the Three Musketeers, just getting beat down. Speaking of stuff that got beat down, we had an Intercontinental Championship match. Well, not championship match. Let me rephrase that. Ooh, I'm messing up here. We had Penta and Chad Gable versus Rusev and Ethan Page. Honestly, good match. Very good match. All four of them together, they make it work. We've seen it for a couple weeks now with them being together. They make everything work. They looked really good in the tag team. I hate saying it, but Ethan Page and Rusev in person as a tag team looks really good together. That is a really good one. But then Chad Gable and Penta, even though yes, they are going to be opponents and everything like that, they still can come out and do this tag team and run it real well. Tells me that match at SummerSlam is going to be a good one. But before I get too far into that, this boy Ethan Page did a whole promo. And he actually talked about them being opponents, being all this, being that. And I was like, did he just cut a promo when we were in commercial break a little bit? Because that was a little wild, but he was fed up with him too. He said, "Listen, how y'all gonna be opponents and then y'all gonna be tag team partners out here?" He said, "What kind of conflict is gonna happen?" Then he talked about Rusev for a minute. They let Rusev get on the mic, and bro was just spitting, like not spitting, but just on the mic. Because I understand a word he said, but he was just spitting on it. He yelled a few times. Ethan Page was like, I guess I'm going to have to translate that, but that wasn't English, but whatever. But the match itself, I would say, really good match, really good performance. That boy Penta, when he came out there, the whole crowd was hype. He had me out here hit one of these and everything too, which if you're there, you got to hit it. But oh, I'm doing it the wrong finger. I'm messing everything up. It's all right. We here.
It's okay. You got it. It's just.
I was thinking of the old one. I feel like I seen him do this one good time, and then bro said, "I'm gonna switch it now."
You're throwing up the wrong gang signs. You feel me? All my homies is like, "Oh, you fucking up." You know what I mean?
It wasn't me, or was it your internet that was doing that? We missed you half the podcast.
You know, I'm having technical difficulties over here.
You're pulling his Roman Reigns.
Part-time schedule.
Very, because you missed the whole talking point with Solo and Seth. I know you was excited about that one.
I was here, but you know,
Here,
it was
but
just
you're
a
not
little. It
here.
was just a little. It was just a little.
You
know,
you was here in spirit.
You was in the Twilight
right?
Zone.
I mean, you know, living in the country, man. You know, like granted, I have Verizon, and it be kicking sometimes, but this time it don't be kicking. It be kicking you off. You feel me? Like,
He said it have a
shit,
little fizz when it want to, but then it just kind of flattens itself back
right?
out.
You feel me? I'm about to go. I'm about to sign up for AT&T. You know what I mean? They sell internet air still. You feel me? I don't want that shit. Internet air is trash. You know what I mean?
How do we bring AT&T into the topic? That's we acknowledge
Hey,
that,
I'm
but
just
still, how we get into
hey,
this?
Oh,
I just will acknowledge AT&T Air is not the best product ever. You know what I mean? AT&T can sue me all they want. You know what I mean? Sue the Zone
not-
18 podcast.
we here, Ahmad and I of the Level Podcast team do not agree with any of the infringements that CJ has said. You know, because we're not going to deny AT&T sponsorship. So
Listen, if
it's
they
like
if they
all
gonna
over
get
WWE.
literally, listen, please do not ban me for coming to any more events. Especially, I'm repping the merch. I'm doing everything I can, but don't ban me because bro is out here talking crazy. Like we don't want that.
I'm just saying.
I just want smoke with Paul. I don't need smoke with the whole WWE. But what was your
Just,
give us your quick take on the Seth Rollins before we jump into you guys and the Penta in the
man.
chat?
I mean, like I said, man, everything you were saying, man, was quality, man. It is what it is. I just feel like Solo came up there like I ain't even on this show. That's the first thing I thought about was like, you know what I mean? Like,
He said that. He popped and said, "I'm not even supposed to be here."
right, and I just felt like, so why you here? Like, you know, like I think it was genius because he said what everybody was thinking. You feel me? Like, off the bat, it reminded me of your favorite rapper, I guess. You know, when Eminem started talking, you know, himself before people could see what they wanted to say. Solo, holy crap, they did that because they were in Detroit. You know what I mean? He said what he thought you was gonna say before he said it, because then you couldn't say it. Oh, I did it. I did it. I did it. I found the point.
Out here talking like LA Knight. All right.
He loses his mind for a second, but no, that reminds me of the time when when him and Jacob was still a thing. He's sitting in the front saying, "Look, I bought tickets." That's what all that reminded me of. I was like, all right, Solo, keep popping out. I'm just doing your pop outs.
You know, I kind of get pissed with Solo because, okay, so let me take it another route when I say this. I feel as though there's a lot of wrestlers in wrestling on these shows that don't wrestle. If that makes sense. Like, think about it. You know what I mean? We see Jacob a lot, right? Like, we see Jacob a lot, but we really see him wrestle a lot anymore. You know what I mean? Shit. You saw Big Jim. We saw Jim week after week after week, and now he just started to wrestle about 2 years later. You feel me and shit? Solo ain't really wrestling like that no more. It's like they use them just to talk. You know what I mean? Like, they're really getting paid to talk. You feel me? Like, shit, can I be in WWE fucking song?
They gotta fix their promos.
I mean, I will argue against that. I feel like Jacob Fatu has wrestled almost every week for like the last 10 months straight. I mean, he's on somebody's ass in some form. And
he just wrestled on Monday as well too. Like he out there again. Like I don't know. Yeah, they got him talking because he got them teeth. He had them new teeth showing and everything like that. But we still ain't found who did that to him. But I guess when he find them too, he gonna beat their ass. But
bro, that storyline is never. You know what's crazy? They never concluded that storyline. When I think about it, I'm glad you brought that up. They never concluded that storyline of who knocked him out and knocked his teeth out. You know what I mean?
Always assumed to be Drew, but Drew disappeared. So I mean,
Drew was out here doing real estate at this point. I feel like he is
tied the
buying somebody's houses.
Left, and he meant that shit. He said, "I'm leaving. I'm out." The fuck.
He said, "Y'all not paying me what I want to be paid. I'm not here for it."
Man would go do movies and say, "Fuck it, I'll be back when I be back." You feel me? Because you gotta think, Drew was smart though, because that shit was stale, man. Him and Cody, every fucking week, him and Cody was fucking wrestling each other every single fucking week. You know what I mean? So he was smart to get up out of there. You know what I mean? Like I forgot all. It's crazy. I forgot all about Drew McIntyre. That's crazy.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
Drew was out there buying land, selling to people. He doing like some side quests before he come back. Because when he come back, he putting somebody over his shoulders again. But he doing his thing.
All right. Well, can we talk about the real highlight of the week, which was Saturday Night Main Event?
Wild.
I mean,
it was probably the best Saturday Night Main Event they've had in a while. I mean, let's not.
And that's it.
yeah.
You know who would be really mad about that Saturday main event though? Goldberg.
John Cena?
Goldberg. No, John wouldn't be mad. Goldberg was at his house probably breaking his TV at that point. He said, I can't get 2 more minutes into my retirement talk, but these boys get a whole 20 with Jalen Brunson. Oh yeah, he was out there just hitting anything he could because Goldberg was like, yeah, they just did me dirty.
Yeah, I'm trying to put my finger up. There you go.
We
Trying to
can
put my
see-
one up. Oh, I thought y'all couldn't see it. You could over the screen, man.
He over here like he's over here just gotta get the ones.
Wait. Is this the AJ Styles? Wait a minute. Something like that. But yeah, so all right. So Saturday, you had Fatal Influence versus Paige and Brie Bella. I told you in the group chat that Fatal Influence was going to win. I should have put some money on Cow Sheet. I should have put some money on against you. Because, Ray, I told you, you know what I mean? You said, I don't see it. And I knew they was going to do it because they play hot potato with that damn team, man. Them women can't keep the belts more. The women can only keep the belts for 2 months. This is probably the longest somebody that kept the belts in a long time. Because they had it since, what, WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm glad they up off of it.
Because we ain't seen them do nothing.
I mean, to me, it was an odd couple. You know, they're not saying that, they're not good wrestlers, but they just was odd looking.
Promo. They had basically 0 to no promo, like at all. Like I
don't remember the last time they cut one.
Technically, they're both good wrestling. They look good in the ring together, but they had no promo, 0 interest, really any 0 feud, not a lot of backstage work. They needed to be done up anyway. Like, so shout out to Fatal Influence for getting their belts.
They doing Paige as basically like hey, she's here. Y'all can see her. Y'all might see her a couple matches, but we're not gonna let her talk.
Yeah, like,
but hopefully though, I think maybe this is a good pivot for they could put them in the women's division to actually give Liv Morgan or Io somebody to actually fight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what I think this is that pivot because they put them into that tag team where they could have been a lot. Like they have so many women, but I feel like we're seeing the same women, just like how we see Judgment Day over and over and over. I feel like we're seeing the same women over and over. Like how many times Jade is gonna fucking fight Tiffany? How many times Jade gonna fight X, Y, and Z? And then hold up, wait a minute, where's my what's the name? I'm calling the racist moment of the evening. Y'all ready? Triple H does not like black people. And I say it multiple times.
I'm so tired, y'all, with the Rhea Ripley thing. Let it
go. There you go.
Let it go.
Okay. All right, so hear me out, Ray. Everybody else had to relinquish their belt.
She already relinquished her belt once before. Like, why people act like they forget that? Like, it's like
I've never seen it.
She relinquished, she vacated her belt when she got injured the first time with her shoulder. And that's how Liv Morgan got the belt. What are we talking about? So
they had a tournament for that.
Title twice? Like
Naomi did it twice.
Naomi did the first time because she intentionally did it. There's a difference between saying I don't want my belt no more. Like the pregnancy is different, but that first time was a battle against WWE. Rhea Ripley has been injured twice. She's been injured and had to leave her own belt. So I get the whole because Naomi Jade. bullshit. Y'all really bullshit. Like, this thing pissed me off because there's a lot of racist thing that happened in WWE. I'm not going to disagree, but y'all gotta stop acting like Rhea Ripley ain't the shit. Like, if she was able to fight, she would be fighting. She literally
But
had
why?
injured herself twice in a span of 24 months. Imagine losing your belt twice.
But why is it that
Seth Rollins.
she gets it? But why she? Right there, you go. Why does she get a chance though to have a different person come in versus her relinquishing the belt? That's pat to me.
Because
you know what I mean?
she's not medically clear to fight. She can still do appearances. She was at Phonetic Fest, but she's not medically cleared to fight. She has actively been trying to become medically cleared to fight, and it's not going to work. It's different if she can't. We don't have no timetable. Do I think they should just say vacate? I'm not going to disagree with that. That's interim is a nice way to say vacate, because we know when she come back, she's going to have a match to get her belt back. But acting like she's never vacated her belt before due to injury, like, it's special treatment is crazy. Like, just call a spade, y'all. Jade was not a good champion, and it's okay. Let it go. Like, let the shit go. She wasn't a good, no matter what you put on her, she wasn't a good belt. Liv Morgan currently is not a good champion. But the Rhea Ripley, y'all pissing me off with Rhea Ripley. Y'all act like she never vacated her belt before. like, everybody forgot. They was like, oh, yeah. Rhea never, yes, she did. When her fucking shoulder was up here at her neck.
When she popped that bitch back into place just to continue the match.
To wrestle, but nobody talked about how Jade injured her, right? And that's why she had to let go of her belt. Nobody talked about that, right? But that was okay. You know, the botches are good as long as it's not color, right? Like, y'all pissing me off with Rhea Ripley. Like, go ahead.
But hold up. That's your home. Jade no fade. You feel me? You know what I mean? That's your home girl, though. You know what I mean?
I love Jade. I love Jade Cargill. I'm a Jade Cargill fan. I'm so hard on her because people use the perception of color to excuse the fact that she's not a great wrestler. Like, there's a difference between being a great wrestler.
Hashtag strong bitches.
You know, written wrong. Like, if she's written wrong, okay, write her better. But we done put her with Bianca. We gave her Naomi's belt, basically. She got a whole faction. What else do y'all want? She gotta do the job. She gotta do the work. Like, she gotta do it. Like, she's now in the qualifier to get the belt again. So when she get the belt back, then what? Y'all gonna be happy? Cause what she gonna do? Go back to not defending it for 71 days? And she had no injuries, no issues, no wigs, nobody. What's her?
He just hitting the button. I'm still just sitting here laughing on the face of, what more do I gotta do? That's what that gave me for a second there.
I mean, rain dropping bombs over here. You feel me?
Yeah, because if this was Roman Reigns, it wouldn't be that big of an issue. And that's my problem. Like, and it's nothing against the Roman Reigns, but if this was a Roman Reigns situation, it wouldn't be, oh, it's a race thing, it's a this and that. It would have been, okay, Roman Reigns can let his belt go and come back because that's what Romans do. This woman has put her body on the line twice, and both times she had to do something that she probably, we all seen Unreal. The first time she got injured, it destroyed her mentally. Like, and all she's been doing is trying to get back to SummerSlam, and they basically tell her she can't do it. Yeah, interim was kind of a nice way to say, okay, we're going to take it off of you. We'll put you in the match when you can come back. We're not going to say to give it back to you. But let's call a spade a spade. There aren't a good enough women titles to everybody to deserve this belt. And Rhea Ripley got the belt back because regardless of how people feel, she is a megastar in the WWE industry. When she's on screen, the whole stadium explodes. Like, there's no way you can put her in the room and you're not gonna say you're not gonna sell tickets. Like, so to try to downplay her like she's not a great wrestler compared to all these other bitches in this industry is crazy. Like, if this was Naomi, she was there, I'd be like, all right. But Naomi was pregnant. Like, if she wanted to, she would have waddled her ass to 9 months with that belt if they would have let her. Like, but it's a liability. Like y'all crazy. Y'all
It-
acting like real. Y'all crazy to me. Not you, Carl, but you probably
Oh,
y'all.
no.
The IWC is crazy about Rhea Ripley. Let it go. Tell your favorite wrestler to be better. How about that?
Wow.
First off, we catching Strange is absolutely insane. At the end, like,
Right.
I'm sitting here like, what did I do? What did I do? I'm like, damn. I've been saying we can go back on the podcast. I've been saying for weeks, months, as long as people can listen to me. James was not good holding the belt. Liv was not good at holding the belt. I can agree on a statement of yes, it should not be an interim because we only make interims just to sit there and go, well, you gonna hold the belt for a little bit. We gonna get your face out there, but when the real champion comes back, you gotta fight them. You gotta give them their 1-on-1s because they technically never lost it. And there's been a couple times where it's just a little weird that they're calling it interim instead of just being like, hey, just vacated, like how they did with Seth when he got injured, how they did with pretty much anyone gets injured and they have to vacate it to be a vacate. But and I'm not saying that they're doing that just because Rhea Ripley. I think it's just more of them trying to test something out, being like, hey, once she comes back and she's cleared, she can go through. It's different from basically like an injury where it's like a whole, hey, this is gone, you have to require surgery. She's working herself back in that time to get there. That's why she can still make those appearances. So yes, interim is just a fancy way of saying, hey, we're gonna give you that belt back. But I feel like how they do it every time, vacate the belt once she's medically clear to come back. You make a match right there to give her that because we've seen it happen a couple times. But no, it's not because she's race or anything like that. Because I already have record on hearing you also say at a certain point, yeah, Jay needs to lose the belt because she can't hold on to that motherfucker. So just saying.
Okay. So my
Biggest
question
thing.
is, who do you think is going to wind up the interim champion? I have my thoughts of who I think is going to be.
You think it's gonna be Raquel Rodriguez, don't you?
I think it's going to be Charlotte Flair.
You think it's going to be Charlotte? That's what I was going to say. I think it's either going to be Charlotte Flair or, and this is my wrestling god hope, I think Naomi's coming back to SummerSlam. Like,
you think so?
In my feeling, I feel like that
Well,
would be like the perfect thing they could do to make all the sense. Cause she gonna come back for her belt anyway. Like that's it's still out there. But with Jimmy having the caution outfit on, we've been seeing her pop on social media. She looked like she back in shape. You know, she got more booty than she had before. I really think.
I mean, that just comes with the pregnancy, though. I feel like so.
Yeah,
Shout out
I
to
really
Jimmy.
think SummerSlam is going to be her back, because if you notice, they put Nia Jax back in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, so it really make no sense, because why can't JC from Fatal Influence get another chance, right? Obviously because Charlotte Flair messed her up, but obviously we know Nia Jax not winning. We know Charlotte Flair to win that match, right? So, but I think it's either going to be Naomi or Charlotte, because the whole Queen of the Ring outcome and everything building up between her and Jade, I wouldn't be surprised if a Jade and I wish they had Money in the Bank this year. It's making me so mad because it feels like SummerSlam is missing the Money in the Bank factor. Like,
this should have been. I feel like this should have been a Money in the Bank match, 100%. Yes, with that, they should have made that. And for fact,
that does make sense though, because they messed up this year by having Money in the Bank in September.
Yeah.
Versus having it in July. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying, because a person whoever won can run out there and beat the interim person the same night, like shit. You know what I mean? Huh.
Pull off another heist, as I like to call it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be short. But a lot of things that, who knows? Because if your theory is correct and they want to just give us somebody just to see how they do, they could do somebody like that new girl. What's her name? Blake. One who keeps the up in the back.
But I don't think they would give Blake Monroe that belt. I feel like Blake Monroe needs to go after the U.S. belt. Now, granted, in AEW when she was I forgot her name was in AEW, but she was actually the women's champ in AEW. You know what I mean? Like, she was actually the world's women's champ in AEW. Something that Jade never did. Jade was the BF champion. but she was never the women's world, the AEW women's champion. So I feel like, yeah, if you're gonna do Blake, you would put Blake on. You would give. Honestly, they should have put Blake on Raw and put Blake up against Birdly. That's what they should have did. You know what I mean?
Lyra back here.
Yeah, Bird.
Lyra. That's
man.
that's still crazy. Bro, can I
Well,
call
I
her
will
name?
say that about that match. That was a great match. I wish they had a longer match because Lyra Crackhead Valkyria beat the brakes off of Bailey. He beat that girl up after that match. Like that,
Choke
it was
her
so scary.
out.
Like she laid her ass out. She was not. Lyra was leaking, but she made sure Bailey never wanted to come back after that.
She said, Bailey, if this is your last match, get to the curb. Lyra, the drug addict, Valkyria, yeah, she made sure that she got Bailey up out of there. She's like, we ain't gonna see no more. She said, we ain't gonna see no more BBLs out of you. We putting you to sleep. They gonna get you off the mat and take you outside. Cause when she beat the brakes off of Bailey, she beat her down. But it was also a good match. It was.
That was an amazing match, to be honest with you. You know, I don't like to give Bird Lady her props, but that was a great match. Now, granted, do y'all think Bailey really bust her ass open on purpose, or you think that was an accident? I think it was on purpose. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, it definitely was one of them.
Yeah.
try to motivate the aftermath of her going crazy on her. So shout out to Bailey and Lyra because like you said, it was a great match. Like I know we was all kind of shaky about it because we were trying to see them like do this regurgitated storyline. But like I said, I wish they would have gave him a last woman standing match because I feel like they need just a little bit more brutality. Just a little bit more. Like, but other than that, yeah, I'm not mad at it. Like
who said that's not the next thing coming up?
I mean, it might be a SummerSlam. We'll see.
Yeah, we might get one more, and then we'll probably still see Lyra put Bailey to sleep because there's just no way.
And then the last match, I guess, was this match makes me feel some type of way because I almost kind of wish we would have had it at SummerSlam, which was the tag team match between Cody Rhodes, CM Punk versus Gunther and Sami Zayn, and I was stunted. Wow, fellas, what a great match! Like wow, like what they needed that. Like that is what a great match. I wish it was a fatal 4-way. Now I don't want to see Cody and Punk no more.
She said, "I'm spoiled now."
He was with the shit. He came, he was real life fighting CM Punk.
He was on time. He said, Pepsi, we tired of you, Phil. We tired of you, Pepsi, Phil. We fighting for real.
He was real life fighting my man.
He said, I didn't give you that black eye for nothing the first time. I'm making sure I give you one on the other side too. You and Cody can have both little nice shiners together.
And poor Sammy, his little punches don't be really connected. CM Punk was smiling and shit, but just the carnage when they both put them in like the submission holds, and then Gunther doing his, he was elling everybody out, and Sammy, it was everywhere. Like it was
on go.
Main event match right there. So and then the Nick Aldis of it all, that shit was hilarious. Nick Aldis.
Nick said, "Listen, Gunther, I'm not scared of you. Other people in the locker room might be scared of you. We gonna throw these boys because
she's like, I ain't Pat McAfee, bitch."
And the crazy thing about Nick, all these people don't realize he was a legit ass wrestler. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, I never understood why did he come to WWE be, off authoritative figure. You know what I mean? Why didn't he just wrestle? Because a lot of people don't realize he used to wrestle and beat the shit out of Cody a lot. You know what I mean?
The thing is, I liked it. I know people saying they was they had played over, Stephanie was saying he should do his job and mind his business, and Adam Pearce is that was unprofessional. But I missed the days where the GMs got involved, Eric Bischoff, even the Stephanie McMahon. I don't know how she can talk because she used to be just smacking bitches every week because she wanted to. I miss those days where they can get involved because it kind of makes the running gag a little fun. Like Adam Pearce, his bitch ass need to get up and do something too because he keep coming out like he about to bust a blood vessel every other week.
He is. Every time he has to deal with the Judgment Day, bro's out here just. But Nick Aldis said, "Listen, I retired this crash out for a reason, but if you want to see him, he can come out real quick." That's what Nick Aldis basically was saying. He said, "Listen, this crash out was retired. I came here to just be a GM and everything like that. But if y'all want to go, we can go." And he told Gunther, "We on go. It's on
He's like,
sight when I see you." Because once they did that kickoff show too, they was still out there on go. Gunther said, "Nick, I'm beating your ass." Nick said, "No." Triple H is like, "You know what? I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of both of y'all. Handle it out there." So I'm excited to see that match too, because Nick Aldis said, "I'm tired of Gunther. I'm tired of the way he think he can do everything. I'm tired of him beating my ass every week." This crash out coming out, but then what I love too is the build up they gave for Cody and Punk. Again, that match should be a fatal 4-way. That shit would be even better as a fatal 4-way. But just the whole after the locker room fact, after the match was won, that boy Punk said, Cody said, "Oh, you think I'm a bitch?"
Them motherfuckers funny. That fucking stage fight. He's like, just tell me it was on purpose. Just tell me, Bump.
Cody in the back with the camera is like, Cody back there talking to the cameraman. "Hey, I said, get those cameras out of here, man. I said, get those cameras out of here." Like, bro, but you's not tough.
CM Punk was like, well, this one was on purpose. What? That Cody Rhodes is hilarious. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, Gunther and Nick's beef look authentic. I don't know what, and not saying that Cody and Punk won't have a great match. Because, you know,
They will.
despite how we feel about either one of them, they are great in-ring talent. Like, but it was just the quick turn of them trying to go from partners to, they was actually really good tag team partners, to beefing was like hilarious. Because, like, even they didn't believe the shit they were saying.
No, you can tell from Punk's face when they first started doing it. He's sitting here like, "Brother, why are you in my face right now? Like, what is this? I'm just trying to do an interview." He's like, "Tell me it wasn't on purpose. Tell me it wasn't on purpose." It wasn't on purpose. Relax. Like, he was confused.
He was like, "If you was on my back, what the fuck?" Like, he was basically right there. Like, back the fuck up.
He would say 6 feet, 6 feet. Like, come on, back it up.
Fucking belt strap long. You know, you had it for a minute. Like, fuck.
Just because you wore yours around the waist and you came out holding like this don't mean nothing. Like, it's hard to carry this around.
Oh man, what a great non-PLE.
Yep. And then you had the 20 minutes of Roman Reigns and Jalen Brunson. Then they brought Tyrese Halliburton out, and then we seen Seth Rollins. We seen a little bit of fight. First of all, the thing that made me laugh during that whole thing was the end, and Roman picked up that trophy. He said, "Oh, this motherfucker heavy."
Why was Jalen Brooks even there? He like he didn't really want to be there.
Because he was in New York. They had to show up.
No, the problem with Jalen Brunson was you could tell he not a good, like, he a nigga who sits in the corner and shit and don't talk to nobody. Like, he had type of, like, off in him. Like, you know what I mean? He didn't like he was the same
no
to be
at
there.
all.
He had
Cat was doing a better job.
Right, you know what I mean?
Like,
He was just the MVP.
Seth Rollins, it was like, you're not going to do something? Like,
He said, "Listen, my hand still hurt a little bit too. I can't do too much. I can only hold this chair with this one hand, so look intimidated."
He gave him a stern look, like, "Don't you do it.
Right.
Don't you do it, Seth."
Like, he just brought Cat back out at that point.
Give me the cue to move. Like,
So he could just hit you.
He just looks stupid. You know, he just standing there. Now, I ain't gonna lie. That belt, though, I'm about to go to WWE shop and buy that belt. That belt hard as fuck. Nobody say, like, with the New York.
Not $100.
Damn. In the words of Rainy Days, I'll see him on Black Friday. You feel me?
See him on Black Friday. But no, out of that 20 minutes of what we figured was going to be that kind of just like a promo thing that was going on there, that instance was the funniest to me because that boy Roman said, "Oh, she got some weight to her. Hold up. He goes, I always wanted to do this, just walking around looking like a happy kid with the title above his head. I'm like,
I know. And he put the belt on Jalen. Like, I didn't understand what was going on. Like, I just didn't understand. That was
he
like
basically,
Roman Reigns one Saturday night main event, his contract.
yeah, he had to do something with it. And he said, listen, he said, hold my title for me. He said, hey, I got a messed up hand here. He was like, oh, my fault, my fault. Let me just, I guess, do this with yours real quick. Now hold that so I can lift this up.
I get he was the MVP, but they had nobody else on the team that was just a little bit more enthusiastic to be out there. Like, old boy with the chair was more hyped to come out than he was. Like,
I'm talking about Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton, he came out just doing one of these, just hit the yeah, like, okay. I was sitting there like, okay, like, come on, let's hurry this up.
Austin out was more hyped to be there than he was. Like, what was going on? Like,
Hey,
They say-
title. You feel me?
Cat, he was on the team. They said, listen, we got to do something with Jalen Brunson because he was the MVP and he watches wrestling, so we got to acknowledge him.
Right. He's the MVP. They was in New York. Roman Reigns is the MVP. You feel me? So they had to do that. You feel me?
I mean, honestly,
But
he
he
could
just
sat at ringside. Roman could just pass him the belt, and they could just got right to Seth and Roman's promo. It would have been the same. It would have been the same pop.
It was an extra 10 minutes.
Like, well, what did I do? What did I do?
It was an extra 10 minutes. They were like, listen, we gotta do something, and we gotta bring the Larry O'Brien trophy out here somehow. So we gonna sprinkle this in here real quick just to kind of get our partnership with NBA. But yeah, no, I would say the promo was expected what you're gonna see in that type of promo. Roman said, listen, I told you I was gonna give y'all one of these Saturday nights. I ain't doing another one.
and he didn't even wrestle. He just fucking showed up.
He
Like,
just showed up. Like,
you know, I think about this a lot, right? About
He said,
wrestling,
I wore my
right?
good watch for this. I'm not staying here that long.
Think about Roman Reigns, right? Roman Reigns probably shows up. Let's just say, for instance, Roman Reigns shows up when everybody else shows up. So if the show's on at 8, he's there probably 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And then he goes out there. He's out there literally for 10 minutes, and then he goes the fuck home. Like,
And he getting paid.
like, honest, I think about like me with my fear of flying, right? I would not be flying to these places and I'm not doing shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally flying to go look at TV. I mean, be on TV for 2 minutes and then I'm back. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is wild.
I mean, no one says that he goes back home. He just don't stay for wrestling.
No. He probably in the back of Gorilla watching like, all right, yep, those are my good shots. All right, I'm about to go back to the hotel and do my workout, get something to eat, hang out with the family, go do a workout real quick. Y'all want something? Y'all need me for anything else? No? All right.
But he's
Let me know.
Wrestler. Everybody
Mhm.
says wrestler's part-time wrestler.
He said, call me for the PLEs again, and then call me for the Raws. He said, Saturday nights, I'm
Every
not
other
doing
Raw.
it.
Right.
Which is
Every
crazy.
other-
He wasn't there. That's not. You know what I mean?
No, I just think that's more TKO's doing. No, they're like, listen, we know if Roman shows up, it's gonna be money, but at the same time, we gonna make sure he not there every week. At this point, bro said, "I will be outside every week." TKO said, "No, you ain't. You making us too much money."
That's ridiculous.
It's the
That's what it
nostalgia
is.
part of it. It's the nostalgia. Like, he's supposed to be like how. Remember how Brock Lesnar was an attraction that you see every so often. You know what I mean? But I just feel like,
You just had to bring up Brock Lesnar.
I mean, what? You don't like Brock, man?
Brock
Brock about to
Lesnar-
beat the hell. Brock is about to beat the shit out of Obafemi.
No, he
really, in that Hell in a Cell.
he
Oh,
definitely.
we could bet.
You got too much dip on your chip. You got too much dip on your chip.
You
Well,
know,
we
they-
could bet some.
He better come out in the right shorts. That's all we gotta say.
That's all
First
we
of all,
know.
he need to come out in the
All I'm
right
saying-
ring attire.
All
You
I'm
know,
saying is I got
Hell in a Cell.
my money on Brock Lesnar.
Is it
It's
because
like-
it's in Minneapolis? That's why you got your money on him.
Nope,
the other
not
time
anymore.
Any other time you be voting for the black man, but all of a sudden when Brock Lesnar show up, you saying I got Brock. What are you,
Right.
Paul
Why,
Heyman?
yo?
That's not racist, right? Taking the black man off a title opportunity to put him in the ring with the most redneck of redneck they can, just for him to possibly lose his home. That's not racist. But the word interim, all right. This has been the
Hold
Double
up,
AG
but hold up though.
podcast. I'm Rainy Days from Love Podcast Team. That's
But
the
what you mean
SDJ.
though?
We out.
You right. But I said that though before though that was racist. You know what I
Oh my god!
I said that was racist. You know what I mean? I said that last week. You know what I mean? That
But you
was
just said
racist.
you about to put your money on Brock Lesnar. Like, are you crazy?
Yep.
All right, this has truly been the Zone AD podcast.
Oba gonna come out that bitch like this. He'll come out that bitch bopping this shit, right? And then
Oh
Brock
my
Lesnar
God.
gonna bop the
that cage.
and then Brock Lesnar gonna bop the shit out of him. Shit, you know what I mean? I'm telling y'all
Yeah,
right now.
I'm pretty sure that's what Braun Breaker thought until Seth Rollins put his face in that motherfucker's chair, huh? And he started to see the Tweety birds.
I'm just saying.
Tweedle the other.
Femi is going to hurt Brock Lesnar. I'm almost like, yeah. I'm just letting you know. Brock ain't he gonna fight, but he ain't walking out the window.
Brock gonna get that fall from grace on top of the cage, and we gonna really see what he about. Brock will be like, you know what? I'm retired today.
Like, well, that's me.
I'm at home. I'm gonna retire, and they'll give him the Goldberg treatment. All right, you got anything you want to say? Deuces, we out of here.
I'm just saying, man. Like,
I'm not here for it.
So you're not here. So
I'm rocking with.
win this one.
I'm rocking with Oba. It's 1-1 right now. The last time we seen Brock Lesnar, he gave him was it 7 F5s? Still almost didn't put Oba down. I'm going Oba in this Hell in a Cell. I want Oba to win this boy. I want him to hit him with a fall for grace and then start strutting on him at the end once he walks out that bitch. And so we can move forward, get done with this, and see Oba actually go for titles.
Yep. Over and done. This is gonna be over and done with.
And if they make a part 4, I'm kicking in somebody's door.
Kicking in somebody's door to make a part 4.
It's gonna be the Silverback Gorilla versus the Great King. I mean, that's all we need. This is enough. This is the last time we've done that for this. Brock won't go home. We'll see him maybe in a couple of months at War Games. He want to come back, and Oba is going to be the ruler.
He's gonna make some appearances when he needs to make appearances. He's more or less just gonna be there just to be like, all right, I'm back in the mountains. I came out for a little bit. Cut me my check real quick. I'm going back home.
That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I got a poll going on the screen now. I don't know if you just said, but it's who's winning. Oba Femi, Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? I just would like to know. You know what I mean? Like,
even the stream thinks it's bullshit, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm. The stream is saying you lying, Your Honor. We not here for it. We tired of the lies. We tired of the scam.
I'm just saying, man. Let's come up with something because what we got 2 weeks to SummerSlam. Let's come up with a bet. So clearly y'all got Oba Femi with it, right? I'm trying to think about something I could bet. You know what I mean? Like, because I just feel like Brock is gonna win, bro. It's his home.
You can bet the house. You can bet the cat. You can bet the deers outside. Oba in 5.
Yo said that.
And that's how we coming because no, we're not doing this no more. Like this is the last one. We're not sitting here doing another Oba and Brock. It needs to be done. It needs to be settled with. Oba's gonna win it. Let him go over the titles. Let Brock do his thing when he wants to make his appearances. But I don't want to see anymore. If they got to kill each other in this one match, somebody got to die. Let me Brock, I guess. I don't know, but I'm just tired of it.
I mean, next week, just make sure you got all. By then, we should have all the matches for SummerSlam, hopefully. So at least
praying to God,
we can make our predictions and see, what comes out for real.
Yeah, man. All I'm saying is Oba losing. If Oba wins, that will be the best booking Triple H has done this year.
That's the only thing that makes sense because if he wouldn't have put King of the Ring on the pause if he wasn't going to win, Carl. Like, it just don't make it. It would literally be the worst thing ever for him to pause the fact that he was king of the ring and not take the championship match and lose at SummerSlam. Like
Lose to
Lesnar
Brock, and then
not making it out of the SummerSlam. I think this is going to be really the retired Brock. Like
Brock's gonna get done like Bailey.
yeah.
Okay.
Enough's enough.
Okay.
You keep on
I'm
moving.
just-
Brock Lesnar.
I'm here. You,
You-
feel I'm all for over.
You keep running back to your Brock Lesnar. But anyways, we should probably actually really do wrap this up though. This has been a good one, especially a lot of stuff to get out to today. As y'all know, this is Zone 18 podcast with your boy Ahmad. Shout out to Rain. Rain, go ahead and do your plug for us real quick so that people know where to watch you at.
Yeah, I'm Rainy Days from the Level Podcast team. Carlin shot me out earlier, but he didn't shout out all 35 sponsors. But it's cool. I'm here every week.
Our 27.
Make sure you guys follow me on the Level Podcast team on YouTube. We just did a breakdown for the Avengers Doomsday trailer, so make sure you check it out. Leave some comments because that shit was crazy. And then as
Ooh,
always,
can't
thank
wait
you
for
guys for having me. I'll be here next week to talk more ish about WWE and Carl's craziness. He got to get off the screen because he's crazy.
they cut his camera time for talking crazy and everything like that. And make sure you guys follow, catch us on YouTube, catch us on TikTok if you haven't already, catch us on Instagram as well too. Zone 18 podcast. Build us up, get us more love out here. The more you put us out there, the more people can see us and more we can still have fun and everything. It's been your boy Ahmad. It's been your girl Rain. For Carl was here, but I guess he, doing like Brock Lesnar. We gonna catch y'all next week. Deuces.
Not doing like Brock Lesnar.